For 800 years, Yoda stood as the Grand Master of the Jedi Order, shaping the destiny of almost every Jedi Knight in the galaxy. He survived brutal wars that erased entire generations and became the living symbol of light side discipline and control. But canon and legend sources make one thing clear: if that same mastery ever flipped to the dark side, the galaxy would not be ready for it. A Dark Side Yoda would shock everyone. He would be stronger in ways that feel almost unfair, yet secretly more exposed than anyone expects. The dark side offers something dangerous: instant power. When Luke Skywalker asked if the dark side was stronger in The Empire Strikes Back, Yoda said it was quicker, easier, more seductive. That speed matters. It gives immediate force boosts in battle, in crisis, in moments where hesitation means death. And think about this: light side Yoda already showed unbelievable strength. He lifted Luke's X-Wing from the Dagobah swamp using pure focus, raising a multi-ton starfighter from deep mud to dry land without breaking a sweat. He stood calm on a tree root, guiding massive metal through the air like it weighed nothing. That was him restrained. Now imagine that same skill fueled by anger, pain, and raw aggression. The dark side doesn't ask for patience, it demands emotion and turns it into a weapon. A Dark Side Yoda would mix 800 years of knowledge with explosive amplification. When light side Yoda gently redirected a missile in Yoda, Dark Rendezvous, he moved with precision and control. But a corrupted Yoda wouldn't just redirect danger, he would unleash it with terrifying force. Yoda wouldn't just nudge that missile away, he would crush it midair or fling it straight back at whoever dared launch it. Moves that once demanded calm focus under the light side could now erupt through pure fury, hitting faster and striking harder. In Revenge of the Sith, light side Yoda battled Emperor Palpatine to a standstill inside the Senate chamber. That was him holding back. A dark Yoda, free from Jedi restraint and burning with rage, might have completely overwhelmed Palpatine without hesitation. His small size, once a defensive edge, would flip into a deadly advantage. Enemies would face a blur, impossible to track, impossible to predict. He would move with insane speed, chaining force power with lightsaber mastery refined over centuries. And beyond saber combat, Dark Side would unlock techniques the Jedi refused to touch. Force lightning, force choking, pure offensive dominance. With Yoda's deep understanding of the Force, he would not struggle to learn them. Where Vader needed years to refine his choke, Yoda could master it in days. His knowledge of anatomy, gained from training countless younglings, would let him strike vital organs and neural pathways with terrifying precision. But raw power isn't the scariest part. Influence is. Yoda trained thousands of Jedi. He knew how minds work, how students grow, how they doubt, how they resist, and how they fall. Teaching came to him as naturally as breathing. Now imagine that instinct twisted. A dark Yoda wouldn't just fight Jedi, he would dismantle them from the inside. He would know exactly which words to say, which fears to press on, which quiet temptations would pull them closer to the edge. That kind of corruption would spread fast, and it would be almost impossible to stop. Every Jedi he ever trained, every Padawan he guided over 8 centuries, would instantly become a target. Doubts he once calmed could be flipped and triggered with just one sentence. Old fears he helped them overcome could be reopened like fresh wounds. The Jedi Order wouldn't just face a powerful enemy, they would face someone who knew every technique, every teaching, every hidden flaw in their system. That kind of insider knowledge is dangerous on a whole different level, and it wouldn't stop at personal battles. In large-scale war, the damage would explode. Light side Yoda rarely leaned on battle meditation, but a dark version would use it freely and without limits. That power can shape the emotions of entire armies. Fleets could freeze in fear. Soldiers could charge blindly into disaster. Confusion would spread before a single blaster fired. His presence alone would tilt entire wars. Victories would be decided before the first explosion even hit the sky. Put all of that together, and the first months of a Dark Yoda's rule would feel unstoppable. The Jedi Order wouldn't survive facing their own former Grandmaster. And if the Jedi collapsed, what military force would dare step in? Unlike others who turned to the dark side, Yoda would show no clear weakness. Palpatine had to hide in shadows. Dooku dealt with politics. Vader relied on machinery to survive. Dark Yoda would arrive fully prepared master warrior, brilliant manipulator, respected leader across thousands of worlds. For weeks, maybe months, he would look untouchable, and that illusion alone would shake the entire galaxy. But here's the part nobody escapes. The dark side always collects its payment. Even the Sith understood what that kind of corruption would cost. The dark side does not share power, it consumes it. In the Clone Wars episode Sacrifice, Yoda faced a vision where Darth Sidious, the future Emperor Palpatine, tried to pull him over. And what did the vision offer? The one thing Yoda wanted most, the power to save Anakin Skywalker and destroy the Sith forever. That temptation was personal. It wasn't random. It targeted his deepest regret. Yet Yoda refused. Later, Sidious admitted to Count Dooku that they had failed to break Master Yoda. He recognized Yoda's strength, and that strength made him almost impossible to corrupt. Yoda did not reject the dark side because he didn't understand it. He rejected it because he understood it too well. The series also showed him confronting a physical shadow of his own darkness. That shadow mocked him. It demanded answers. It asked why he denied the very emotions that could make him stronger. At first, Yoda tried to push it away completely, but the Force priestesses revealed something deeper. Denying darkness only makes it grow louder. Real mastery came from accepting that shadow exists without letting it take control. If Yoda ever surrendered fully, that balance would shatter. The dark side gives fast power, but it feeds on suffering, anger, and hate. It needs constant emotional fuel. Yoda's strength was built on discipline, patience, and self-control, the opposite foundation. Corruption would not explode overnight. It would creep in slowly. As Yoda warned Luke, once someone steps onto that dark path, it doesn't just offer power, it slowly takes over everything. The first time he used Force lightning, it would feel powerful. The second time, it would feel justified. The third time, it would feel normal. That's how the slide begins. Every aggressive act lowers the line a little more. What once felt extreme starts to feel routine. What once required anger becomes automatic. Slowly, cruelty stops feeling wrong and starts feeling efficient. That kind of corruption clouds judgment. In the Clone Wars, Yoda and the Jedi Council increased their meditation when the future became unclear, only to realize it was clouded and difficult to read. A corrupted Yoda would lose one of his sharpest strengths, sensing outcomes before they unfold. The Force would still move through him, but it would be distorted. Instead of clarity, he would see only what feeds anger or ambition. Instead of balance, he would see threats everywhere. And once foresight weakens, everything else starts falling apart. Without the ability to sense true intentions, paranoia replaces wisdom. Without spiritual connection, warnings get ignored. Suspicion grows, control tightens. Eventually, betrayal becomes unavoidable. The dark side does not build stable legacies, it creates tension that explodes. Within years, those losses would stack up until collapse feels inevitable. By surrendering control, he would lose his greatest achievement, spiritual immortality. The Force priestesses revealed that only rare Jedi learn how to remain conscious after death. On Moraband, an ancient Sith world, spectral Sith spirits told Yoda, there is no peace beyond death, only emptiness driven by fear and hunger for power. That belief shapes the Sith worldview. Seize power now, because nothing waits after. A dark Yoda would face extinction, not transcendence. And even physically, the Sith system guarantees instability. The rule of two, one master, one apprentice, exists because Sith eventually turn on each other. It's built into the doctrine. So even if Dark Yoda rose fast, the system itself would plant the seeds of his downfall. Darth Bane, the ancient Sith Lord who appeared to Yoda in a vision during the Clone Wars, made one brutal truth clear. The Sith destroyed themselves. Their greed, their hunger for dominance, their constant power struggles led to endless betrayal. From that chaos, Bane created the rule of two, one master, one apprentice, because too many Sith together always ended in bloodshed. The Darth Plagueis novel confirms it. Even a Sith powerful enough to manipulate midi-chlorians and stretch his own life could not escape betrayal. Darth Plagueis was killed in his sleep by his own apprentice. That's the tradition. Another Sith, Darth Gravid, tried to mix light and dark teachings and was driven mad before being destroyed. The pattern is consistent. Power in Sith culture does not create loyalty, it attracts challengers. A corrupted Yoda would not escape that fate. No matter how strong he became, an apprentice would eventually test him. The dark side rewards ambition, and ambition always looks upward. And there's another problem time. By age 900, Yoda was already near his natural limits. In Yoda, Dark Rendezvous, he feels the weight of age and endless war. The light side sustained him for 9 centuries, but even that power has limit. The dark side, on the other hand, visibly consumed Emperor Palpatine's body and forced Darth Vader into mechanical survival. It does not preserve, it erodes. Yoda's species might not even tolerate that corruption physically. In the Clone Wars episode Voices, the Jedi Council observed that a unique region of Yoda's brain was extraordinarily active even at nearly 900 years old. That rare structure fueled his deep connection to the Force. But twist that connection through darkness, and it might not enhance him, it might tear him apart from the inside. All signs suggest Yoda's species is naturally tuned to channel life energy, not destruction. When he explained the Force to Luke in The Empire Strikes Back, he made it clear, life creates the Force, makes it grow, surrounds and binds everything together. That connection is rooted in living energy. The dark side runs in the opposite direction. Where the light side draws strength from growth and harmony, the dark side feeds on death and decay. The Force priestesses confirmed what his biology already hinted at. They revealed his destiny was set. He would train the one who would restore balance to the galaxy. That is preservation, not domination. His species did not evolve to conquer worlds. They evolved to protect life. If Yoda embraced the dark side fully, it wouldn't just weaken him, it could sever his connection to the Force at a biological level. His body itself seems built for light side channeling. His physiology functioned like a living conduit, moving life energy with incredible efficiency. The dark side's corrupting nature might not enhance that system, it might overload and damage it. That kind of internal clash would be brutal. His entire physical design supports patience, teaching, and guidance. Teaching wasn't just his job, it was who he was. He spent most of his life in the Jedi Temple, surrounded by younglings, guiding them through games and quiet lessons. His small size helped him connect with children naturally. The dark side demands domination and fear, the complete opposite of nurturing and mentorship. That contradiction could tear him apart mentally as well as physically. Instead of calm wisdom, there would be internal chaos. And for someone built on balance, that kind of conflict could destroy him from the inside out. In Yoda, Dark Rendezvous, Count Dooku gives a chilling answer to Yoda's old question about existence. After falling to the dark side, his view changed completely. To him, all beings stood alone, isolated, divided, cut off from real connection. That loneliness is not random. It's built into the dark side itself. Even the closest Sith partnerships are soaked in mistrust. In the Darth Plagueis novel, Plagueis openly explains that jealousy and suspicion are part of their nature. Every discussion becomes a quiet power struggle. Every alliance hides tension. Cooperation slowly turns into paranoia. That's how the system survives through tension, not trust. Yoda lived the opposite way. For centuries, he built real relationships. He trained thousands of Jedi, guided younglings with patience, and stayed deeply connected to the living Force. His strength came from those bonds, but the dark side would cut those ties one by one. Former students would become rivals. The Force would shift from companion to weapon. Teaching would stop being guidance and start becoming manipulation. And here's the harsh twist. Within months, the ancient Jedi who spent centuries surrounded by light and life would find himself completely alone. The very connection that made him powerful would become a weakness under dark side rules. The difference comes down to one core idea: creation versus consumption. When Count Dooku spoke about the dark side's power, Yoda challenged him with a simple question: can it create a rose? Dooku admitted it cannot create life from nothing, But Yoda said the Force he serves can. The dark side can only take, twist, and drain. It feeds on fear of loss, while Yoda accepted that loss is part of life. Yoda understood something most never do. Everything you love will one day be taken. No power can stop that. The dark side promises control over death, but that promise falls apart fast. In Darth Vader issue Has-Hone by Charles Soule, Palpatine makes it brutally clear to Vader. Padme is gone, and even the full strength of the dark side cannot bring her back. That illusion of control, it's empty. He taught that attachment grows into jealousy, and jealousy turns into greed. That's the trap. Yoda accepted loss as natural. The dark side, on the other hand, sells the fantasy that death can be defeated. Palpatine used that false promise to manipulate Anakin, and it still failed to conquer death. The dark side does not empower freely. It demands loyalty. In Darth Vader issue #24, the Sith architect explains a hard truth. The dark side does not serve its users serve it. That's the system. Yoda's philosophy worked the opposite way. The Force flows through those who understand balance. It is partnership, not submission. That difference creates a trap. Serve the dark side, and you become its tool. Try to dominate it, and it breaks you. That clash defines everything. After failing to defeat Palpatine, Yoda did not chase revenge. He went into exile to prepare Luke for the long game. He sacrificed short-term victory for future balance. The Sith feared him not just because he could fight, but because he could wait. The dark side might give him explosive power, but it would strip away what made him truly dangerous: patience, foresight, and calm strategy. For a few intense months, the galaxy might witness the strongest Sith it had ever seen, but it would not be the wisest. Then it would happen. The apprentice would strike, the body would weaken, isolation would crush him, and just like that, another warning story would join the long list of Sith who believed they would be the one exception. Wisdom cannot be twisted into raw dominance. Once corrupted, it doesn't evolve, it collapses. To understand why that downfall would be unavoidable, you have to look at what made Yoda powerful in the first place. His species carries Force sensitivity on a level far beyond most beings in the galaxy. That biological edge was never fully explained by the Jedi Order. It gave him natural resistance to temptations that destroyed countless other Force users across history. That resistance wasn't luck, it was built into him. But even that strength raised eyebrows. Count Dooku, after decades as Yoda's student, began to suspect his master understood the dark side far deeper than he ever admitted. Dooku believed Yoda had knowledge most Jedi were never allowed to access, and that suspicion opens doors to secrets the Jedi Council kept buried for centuries. If this breakdown shifted how you see Yoda's true power, make sure you like the video, subscribe for more deep Star Wars analysis, share this with someone who loves Force lore, and I'll see you in the next one.